Alright, hi guys, it's Pigsy StarCraft here again. Today I'm going to show you one of my own games. This is me playing as a Terran versus GG as a Protoss. This is a game in a tournament I played about a week ago. He's arguably the best Protoss in Australia. Australia is where I live, guys. Didn't notice, but I hadn't told you that, by the way. That's partly why I kind of don't sound American. It's probably partly because I mumble a lot as well. So anyway, we're gonna go jump straight into the game, go right ahead. As what I want to focus on today, guys, is map control, site containing, and getting a key unit or an upgrade or something for a timing attack. So this is me. I'll put the production overlay down here so you can see it. So I'm just booting my barracks. As coming in doing his proper harass, he's doing the good stuff, getting his gateway, all that. We're just gonna whiz through it at light speed. Yeah, he gas caps me. That's okay. That's dandy. He did that to me last game, so I sort of knew it was coming. So right now, who has map control, right? Who has map control? I don't have map control. Like, I've got one marine. Like, what's my... Well, no, so I got 3 marines. Another couple on the way, but like, I can't really push out of my base yet. He has arguably better production capabilities than me. If he chrono boosts this, he can get out a lot of very powerful units very fast. He can hold a ramp here, but I can hold my ramp here, plus I've got my wall, and so neither of us are in a position to attack. But if we look at Az's vision, he controls the sound like a watchtower, which that allows him to see if any attacks coming away way early, like he can respond to it and whatever. So we'll see who has map control change throughout the game. Some of this is just how the game is. It's part of your build. So I've gone for an very fast expansion, and he's gone for his very fast expansion too. Neither one of us seeing that our opponent is doing that. Oh yeah, I haven't talked about scouting at all, but pretty much early on you want to send a worker out, like he did. He was harassing me to make sure I'm not up to some funny business or something like that. And then throughout the game, you want to sort of keep tabs on your opponent and see what they're doing. And the best way to do that is either walk a unit in their base or attack. But I don't want to talk too much about attacking, scouting, why it's good. I'll probably do that in the next episode. We're just going to look at site, map control, and pushing today. Just very straightforward, straight up, and how you can use this to your advantage. Now, if we look at the army tab here, my army is bigger than his, yes. However, if I was to walk out and engage here, and he pincered me from 2 sides, I would lose that battle straight up. So I can't really move out of my base. I don't want to. I don't have siege mode, which is extremely important for my siege tanks. That's on the way now. Stim pack, another very important upgrade. Increases the attack rate and movement speed of your marines by I think 50%, but it does 10 damage to each marine that uses it. So I can't really push out. He could be holding this sun like a watchtower with his army if he wanted to, but he doesn't know what I have. So perhaps if I had a flying unit, could come in, fly in here, attack some probes with a banshee, flying here, attack something. So he wants to keep his army back too, but he still has sight of his tower. So neither one of us are really in a position to attack. Neither one of us have map control, but I will just push out just to the tower, and it's what I'm doing now. Why did I push out? Even though I said, oh, it's not the best time for me to push out. My siege mode is nearly done. It's going to be done instantly as soon as I start this. My stim pack is about to be done. When these two key upgrades finish, the strength of my army, even though it stays the same size, will all of a sudden just bolster massively. So my army will be able to take down his army extremely quickly. It's just unfortunate for Az here. He has his army out of position. Um, you might perhaps call it a mistake. In fact, yeah, I would call it a mistake, because as we saw, his probe saw this army coming. He sees a push coming. He should be moving into a better position, but now he's going to have to fight through this choke, or he's not going to get the position that he wanted. And you guys all know how important position is. You've played the game yourself, hopefully, and then plus I showed it in my last video. So we'll continue this, and we'll just see this guy. See, he's just pulling back, but he doesn't quite have a position, and here comes the engagement. He throws down some force fields from a sentry to help him out with position, and I only barely won that engagement. If I hadn't had siege mode or stim pack, I would have got steamrolled, and it would have been a slippery slope, and that pretty much would have been the end of the game right there. So now we come to a point in the game where neither player, like if I push in here, he gets the concave, he wins, and wins the engagement, and I lose my contain. So I have map control now. I've got clear map control. He can't move out here, and all the rest of the map, see where I'm pointing down here with my cursor, that's mine. I control. I can expand. So my next goal is to expand here, kill these rocks. But I don't want to be too hasty about doing it, because I know that if I pull my army back, or some of my army back, to bust down these rocks here, then this contain here is going to be weaker. And Az is a damn good player. He's got an observer here. He can see it. He can see my contain, so he'll know if it's weak, and he'll bust out of this. So I've got to take my time about this. So we'll just see how that goes. Az getting his Colossus out. So my push came before his Colossus came out, so it was a key timing there. Once his Colossus is out, usually that's a strong timing for him, but my tank's fairly strong against that. I've got bunkers up now. Yada yada yada. So he's trying to push a bit. He's trying to stop his bunker going up. Yeah. See what I mean? I pushed in too far there. It cost me. It cost me a lot of my Marines. They got force fielded. They got taken down by this Colossus. So I'm trying to inch forward into here and slowly gain better position. You saw I had a tank up here, and now I'm moving my tanks forward here. So what's happening? I'm getting an arc. I'm slowly getting an arc around Az, and eventually I'll be able to squeeze and take a stranglehold on his expansion here. So that comes down partly to map control. As since I control the map, I can maneuver my units around behind my army without him being able to pick them off. So it's partly the map control that's giving me this. The solid wall here, the bunker, the turret, it's letting me move my units around the flank. So we'll just keep looking at this. He's still not in a position where he can engage. And now that I've got a bit more of a tight hold on here, now I'm taking this expansion, because he can't bust out of here anytime soon. I'm feeling pretty good about this. We'll just speed it up. It's pretty downhill for him from here. So yeah, la, 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 la. Yeah. And now, as what Az is doing here, this is a desperation move. He knows he doesn't have map control because I have this wall here. He's not getting out of his choke. You can see all the range on all these tanks. He's not getting down there. So instead, he warps in units here and tries to come around from a back. So what does he keep here? He keeps the units that are going to help him break the contain at the front of his base. Well, he moves around the back with these units to try and do damage to my base. So he knows that if he can do damage to my base, he will force me to pull some, say these units back. And then he'll be able to attempt to break my contain. So we'll look at how this works out for him. it's a last ditch effort at gaining map control, but it's, if you guys are behind and you know you're gonna die soon, why not, right? Like, so very invisible units, as I was talking about in my last one, I need to use scans. I'm trying to get, getting reactor, probably should be getting a tech lab for Ravens, but I'm getting these missile turrets up. They allow me to detect. I have missile turrets here, so my push isn't in danger. But he can still see here that this is not, he can't take this on yet, so he's going to try and directly weaken it with this immortal drop. Immortals, look at that, they do 50 damage to armored, and so yeah, he's weakening this contain, but he's too far behind. Doesn't even matter. He did good play to try and fight that back, but he was too far behind already, so that's going to be GG. What else do I need to talk about in terms of map control? I need to talk about harassment. Harassment, super duper important. So I'll try and find another game just quickly to look at that. I probably won't be able to find the best example of it, but I'll try. Alright, so we've just jumped into another game. This is from the same tournament. It's me, Pigsy, versus Baron. He's playing as a Zerg, I'm playing as a Terran. So what I want to demonstrate in this game is, once again, battling for map control. When you have it, when you don't have it, what's the importance of having it, and the different ways that we're going to see. Obviously we're going to have straight up conflicts, mainly over this particular, something like a watchtower trying to kill each other off. And then later on, we're going to see Mutalisk play come from Baron, so he's going to get flying units, and he's going to fly them around the edges of a map up through here. He's going to try and hit this up the back, and then that causes my army, which will be down in here, to be pulled back, and then he'll push in here, yada yada yada, and I'm going to try and do a similar thing to him with dropships, drop there, drop here, drop there. So let's just watch a bit of it unfold. So I'm pushing out with my Marines right now. Why is this good? Well, first of all, it's Zerg. You always want to be aggressive, stop them making drones. I guess I'll just quickly explain that to anyone who doesn't understand, who hasn't played the game much. The way Zerg production works is that they have lava. See, these eggs, they were all lava. These hatcheries just produce lava. So, and then they get these tech buildings, which allows them to produce a different unit out of their lava, opposed to me, who decides what unit he will want to make,